What is up, guys? This is your G-Man Gregarious coming at you with another video, and this time around we're going to be looking at some macros for the mage specifically, but we're going to be talking about some other classes as well, just to help you guys out in case there are other people watching that aren't playing mage. So first off, I want to start off by talking about the Spellsteal macro that I'm using, and it's just a classic /cast Spellsteal, so that my Spellsteal actually goes off. And then I have Cancel Aura Hot Streak and Cancel Aura Combustion. And if you don't know what Cancel Aura does, it basically is a command that you use to remove the buff from yourself. Like, let's say I put Slowfall on me. Okay, that didn't work. Let's see. There we go. So if I right click this, Slowfall goes off and no one can steal my Slowfall or remove it themselves. Well, their Spellsteal will steal my buff. And what this does for me, as against fire mages specifically, is that I take away their hot streak, which is that they get their pyroblast instant, and then I have cancel our combustion. So if I steal their combustion buff that they use, which has a 2-minute cooldown, then I remove that as well. So it's out of the game. They have to wait 2 minutes to use it again. So it's kind of like my Spellsteal kind of functions like a Shaman Purge or a Priest D-spell. So that's very handy for me. And then I actually have some focus macros. And okay, so focus, that's basically your focus target. If you set focus to someone, you have your focus target here. Let's see if you can move this a bit so you can see. So now I have myself as focus target, but that's not very handy to have yourself as focus. But basically what it does, if I have target on this crab, then I will cast my counter spell without targeting my focus on my focus target right here. So let me show you an example with my focus target Polymorph. It's /cast within brackets target equals focus, close the bracket, and then Polymorph. So let's see here. I also have a macro which actually I forgot that one now. Let's see. It's set just for setting focus to a target. It's just /focus, and I keybinded that to the button 9. But that's actually, I have a Razor Naga, so it's on my mouse button basically. So now that I have a target on this Scrabbler crab or whatever it's called, I can just press 9 and I change my focus to that one, and then I can target this crab, and I have on Shift V I have my focus Polymorph. So if I cast my focus Polymorph, I should be polymorphing that guy. Yeah, and I did, because that's my focus. But then I can switch it around and target that one instead. So now I have a target on this Polymorph, and now I'm actually out of range, so I have to go down. There we go. So I switched the Polymorph target by switching focus, which is very handy in arenas. You can, if you don't want to have the whole changing your focus, you can actually right click once on the Gladius portraits to set focus. But in BGs that won't work. You can't right click a target and set focus. That won't work. But if you play arenas and you don't want the whole set focus macro thing, you can actually use the arena templates macros or whatever they're called. So then this show tooltip is not required, so you can remove that if you want. So you can have just /cast within brackets. Say, I think that's an at the mark. Is it? I don't know. Yeah, it is. Like if you're writing like at gmail.com, whatever. Polymorph. There we go. So at arena 1, and then you will polymorph the first arena target on the top of your frames, and then you can have arena target 2, which is the second one, and then you can have number 3 as well. I used to play with those kinds of macros with counterspell and polymorph, but I tended to polymorph or silence the wrong target, because when you get stressed you forget your keybinds when you have 3 of the same button. Really, for me that's mindfuck basically for me, so I went ahead and stopped using them, and this was many expansions ago. But if you want to try and learn with playing with these macros, you can do it. They're actually very, very handy if you learn how to play with them. And then for my last macro in this video is the most important one, and I call it my cancel macro. And if some of you guys don't know, maybe not know what temporal shield is, but it's basically this talent right here. It's for when you reach honor talent level 6 as a mage, you can use this to negate all damage you've taken in the last 6 seconds. But what if you die during these 6 seconds, then it's kind of a useless talent. But that's why you have this cancel aura effect on this macro. So if you, let's say you're full health, you have 3 demon hunters smashing your face, you're gonna die within 6 seconds for sure, because they stun you and you got your temporal shield off at 100% health. But when there's 3 seconds left of the temporal shield, you drop down to 5% health, then you know you're gonna die before that time runs out. Then you can cancel your temporal shield's effect, so you get back to full HP again, which is a very life-saving macro. And also I add the cancel aura for ice block, because if you just spam your ice block key binding, you're not gonna get out of ice block very quick. But if I ice block and then click my macro real quick, you will see how fast I get out of my ice block. See, I ice block, but you just saw the effect for a millisecond. So that's a very, very handy macro to use. But those are the only macros I kind of use at the moment. There are probably plenty of other macros that you guys are using that I have no clue or what they do or what they are. But if you have any macros that I didn't show in this video, please let me know. Also, I forgot one thing about the focus macros. You see that I have put counter spell here, but if you play another class rather than mage, like a warrior, then you can remove this counter spell with Stormbolt, and you can Stormbolt your focus, for example, stun them from far away. Or Paladin's Hammer of Justice, Shadow Priest's Silence ability, what's it called, Hex for Shamans, anything really, anything that's a target spell that you want to use on the focus, you can put in that kind of macro, which is very handy as well. I use that kind of macro on all my characters. And also, just a quick side note, this is a quick rogue macro that you can use. When you're in stealth and you have this key binded to a button, let's say you put it on the button 1, and you're spamming 1 in stealth, looking for other stealth people, then you will sap that stealth target as soon as they're in range and they show on your screen. So you don't have to have that problem with spamming tab target and trying to find them, and then you see them for a second and then you're just 1 millisecond too slow to hit that sap button so you can sap them. But this macro will help you solve that problem, guys. So if there are any rogues there, I hope you enjoy that. Or if you didn't know about that macro, I hope you start using it and show it to your advantage. Anyways, guys, that has been it for this short macro video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed it, and leave a dislike and a comment as well if you didn't. And if you do decide to really enjoy my videos and want to see more, then please show me your support by hitting that subscribe button, and you can turn on the notifications on the little bell next to the subscribe button, where you can turn on the notifications from my channel so you know when I'm uploading a video. And I try to upload at least 1 video a week at the moment, at least, but I do try to do more than that. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, everyone. This has been Gregarious. Gregarious is out.